Good morning, it's Diane at So Charming Quilts, and I'm here to continue with our January quilt, which is Pearl Stars. Yesterday I showed you the block construction to do half square triangles. Today we're actually going to take all those triangles that we made and we're going to construct our block. So our finished block, one of them, looks like this. We are going to make a total of, check my pattern here. All right, this block we're going to be making 4 blocks, and then I also have it set up to start another block. It actually consists of, when you look at the pattern, 3 different blocks, and then there are some side setting blocks. So as we go along, we will talk about the different construction techniques for all those blocks. But I want to show you today our first block, which again is going to look like this. So let me show you a couple things before we get started. I'm going to zoom in here on my table, and I want to show you how I lay my block out. So I look at the pattern, and I lay my block out in rows. All right, so once I have my rows laid out, then I just chain piece. So I tend to pick up my first 2 pieces and sew them. We're using a 1/4 inch seam throughout our project. And then I pick up my next 2 pieces and I just continue on down the line. All right, once I have those all sewn together, I end up with rows. And I have 4 rows completed. But I want to show you the pressing. So when I press my rows, I take my first row and I press it to the side going one direction. The second row, I press it to the side going the opposite direction, and then I go back and repeat that so that all of my rows will nest when I sew them. So if you can see this, my first row, all of my seams are pressed this way. My second row, all of my seams are pressed that way. So that when I take my rows, I can nest those seams together and my points then will join up. So let me sew a row for you. All right, so then when I open it up, all of my intersections meet up because I've nested all of my seams. Once I have all 4 of my rows sewn together, I'm going to take my block and I'm going to press those seams open just so that they lie flat and that when I go to quilt it, I won't have a lot of bulk except for that very center seam where a lot of the points are coming together. So I've pressed my seams open. Then I'm going to take my block and I'm going to start adding the side sashing pieces. So I'm going to start on one side and add a side sashing piece. And in the directions it'll tell you, you're going to press those seams towards your sashing piece. So once I have it all constructed, I'll do the 2 sides and then I will do the top. My block looks like this. And again, you're going to be making 4 of these. And then the next one I have set up on my table. Let me move that and show you. That is the block what are they calling that? Let's see. Shaky video. They are actually calling that block EF, and we're going to make 10 of those. And then I will come back tomorrow and show you block GH, the layout and the construction of that before we move on to working on those side setting blocks. I hope you enjoy our video, and I hope that you'll join us in our January sew along of Pearl Stars. Thank you.